Are you a mature student thinking about studying in Canada? Well, you're not alone. In fact, this is a case for a lot of people over 30. As a mature student, you may run into problems and have questions along the way. One example is how your age might affect how likely you are to get a study permit. You might also worry about getting part-time jobs while you're in school because your experience and skills make you overqualified for some jobs. And if you have long-term plans in Canada, you might be wondering how your age could impact your eligibility for PR programs, especially competitive ones such as Express Entry or PNP. This then begs a question, is it risky to study in Canada as a mature student? Well, let us shed some light on the matter. Let's start with the first barrier, which is applying for a study permit. So, to set the record straight, IRCC does not put a cap or age limit on students. This means that regardless of your age, whether you're in your mid-20s, 30s, or even 40s, you can apply for a study permit and may be approved. But based on the study permit approval rates provided by IRCC in 2019, which remain relevant today, we see a different picture. For applicants under 20 years old, the approval rate stands at a decent 73%. Similarly, those between the ages of 20 and 25 have an average approval rate of 57%. But when it comes to applicants over 30 years old, there is a noticeable decline in the approval rate, dropping to 40%. So, just looking at the numbers, age does have an impact when it comes to study permit approval rates. But before you get too discouraged, let's dissect as to why this is the case and later on address these concerns. Let's start off with program choice. So guys, the initial challenge mature students face is selecting a suitable program to study in Canada. You see, older students often face two common situations. One, they have already completed their studies at a college or university. And number two, they have accumulated years of work experience in their careers back home. Given this, visa officers tend to scrutinize the chosen program of older applicants, and this scrutiny stems from them trying to understand your motivation for studying again and why you, as an older applicant, would leave commitments behind and incur significant expenses to study in Canada. This is why it's so important to take the program selection process seriously. This way, it becomes easier to present a convincing statement of purpose that shows that you have genuine intent to study in Canada as a mature applicant. And shameless plug, if you ever need guidance in the program selection process, we are here to help. And to get started, you can simply book an appointment with us or visit our website at canexvisa.com. We're also affiliated with the Canadian Immigration Institute, as they've created an online course that can help you navigate the process of applying for a study permit on your own. So if you're interested, I do have an affiliate link that provides a discount code for additional savings, and you can simply check the link in the description box for more info. Next, study gap. Another challenge that older applicants face is their lengthy study gap. Study gap refers to the duration between your last period of study and the time you apply to study in Canada. Mature applicants commonly have longer study gaps because they have responsibilities in their lives like family, careers, mortgages, or investments. With that, it's no surprise that the visa officer will have more questions about your intent of returning back to studies. At the same time, going back to school after a substantial break as a mature student requires significant adjustments, both mentally and financially. Mentally, you must be prepared to make changes to your daily routine, adapt to coursework demands, and successfully complete your studies within the designated time frame, all while dealing with the responsibilities mentioned earlier. Financially, you need to ensure that you can support yourself while temporarily pausing your career and income, which can be challenging if you have accumulated additional financial responsibilities over the years. So, what's the solution? So if you're a mature applicant planning to study in Canada, I want you to consider these factors when choosing the correct program. 1. Program level. Study a higher program level like a postgraduate diploma or specialized program that can provide advanced knowledge and skills. 2. Career benefits. Assess whether your chosen program can lead to career advancements such as promotions or increased pay. 3. Relevance. Determine if the program is relevant to your previous educational background or professional expertise, and if not, explain why you are making the switch and how that benefits your future career goals. 4. Finances. Make sure that you can sustain yourself financially during your studies in Canada. And most importantly, number 5, commitment. Make sure that you are committed to readjusting back to student life. Next, let's talk about the second barrier, which revolves around working in Canada. Now, let's imagine that your study permit has been approved and you're already in Canada to start your studies. As you settle in and get comfortable, you might feel the need to seek part-time jobs to support your day-to-day expenses. However, a common challenge that many mature students face is finding a job that aligns with their skill level and experience. So why is job searching a hurdle for mature students? Well, some mature students aspire to secure positions that are similar or related to their previous work experience. But these type of roles are often scarce when it comes to part-time opportunities. Furthermore, mature students may be deemed overqualified for typical part-time student jobs, which usually require fewer skills to allow for minimal disruption to your studies. On top of that, there's also an added pressure for mature students to find a job that can serve as a stepping stone towards a skilled job in the future, especially when they become eligible to work full-time under a PGWP. What then is the workaround for this hurdle? If you're a mature applicant planning to work in Canada, here are some suggestions that may help you secure a part-time job more quickly. First, be prepared to use your saved funds if needed. It's wise to have sufficient funds set aside before coming to Canada in case it takes longer to find a job, as these savings can provide a safety net to cover your expenses during your job search. 2. Tailor your resume and cover letter. Adjust your resume to align with the position you're applying for, emphasizing the relevant responsibilities expected in that specific part-time role. You may also need to modify certain aspects of your previous work experience to avoid appearing overqualified for the position. 3. Get started. While it's natural to aim for your dream job right away, it's important to recognize that there may be a trade-off between what you want and what you need. Sometimes it may be better to embrace the opportunity to gain practical experience and develop new skills along the way. Remember that finding a job you truly love right from the start is not impossible. I mean, if you do, that's great. But if you don't immediately land your dream job, don't be discouraged. Career paths evolve over time and opportunities can arise unexpectedly. So stay open-minded and proactive. Number 4, speaking of proactive, tap into your network. Seek advice from friends you've met at school, utilize the resources available at your school's career department, or even attend career fairs and local meetups in your community. Building connections in Canada can be powerful, and simply showing up can lead to unexpected opportunities. Finally, let's talk about the third barrier, which involves qualifying for PR programs in Canada as a mature student. One of the most concerning aspects for many mature students is the prospect of being invited to apply for PR programs in Canada. Taking a look at the immigration levels plan for 2023 to 2025, a significant portion of PR admissions will be through the economic stream, particularly the Federal High Skilled Program and Provincial Nominee Program. While meeting the program requirements may not be a challenge to some, the main hurdle lies in receiving an invitation to apply for PR. In the case of express entry, mature students often face a disadvantage compared to younger candidates due to the impact of age on their overall CRS score. Candidates in their early 20s can earn up to 110 points for age, but these points decrease significantly after the age of 30, with only 55 points available for candidates over 39. As a result, their CRS scores in the age category may not be as high, making it more difficult to receive an invitation. Similarly, the Provincial Nominee Program, or PNP, operates by requiring candidates to obtain a nomination from a specific province or territory based on their skills. Each province or territory has its own immigration programs that target specific groups, such as those working in fields like technology or healthcare, to address local labor market needs. Some candidates may even need a job offer or additional employer and legal support to process their applications, making the process more complex and time-consuming. Moreover, certain candidates may be required to show an intent to live, work, and settle in that specific region. So, if you're a mature applicant planning to immigrate to Canada, here are some important considerations for you. 1. Preparation. Before you begin your journey, it's crucial to thoroughly research the immigration streams you aim to qualify for. For example, if you're planning to apply through express entry or a PNP, Familiarize yourself with the eligibility requirements. Calculate your CRS score and create a table to track your score based on actual and hypothetical factors that are achievable. Make sure to stay updated on the CRS score trends and be prepared to position yourself effectively when there are immigration updates or new policies. This brings me to number 2. Have a backup plan. Immigration can be unpredictable, and there's no real guarantee of success. This is why it's wise to be open to the possibility that your initial plan may not work out, and in such cases, it's essential to have backup plans in place. To do so, you can explore alternative immigration streams, focus on improving your language skills, consider obtaining a job offer, or gain more skilled work experience in Canada to enhance your chances of success. Finally, number 3, seek legal help. Guys, this is a very complicated process, which is why if you encounter complexities or uncertainties during your immigration journey, it's advisable to seek legal help from an immigration lawyer or consultant. They are authorized professionals who can provide valuable guidance and advice based on your specific situation. Please do not go to an agency for legal advice, and this video explains why. Anyway, so now that you know what you know, let's go back and answer the question. Is it risky to study in Canada as a mature student? The answer to that is yes. It is riskier for mature students to study in Canada compared to younger students. But this doesn't mean it's impossible. I mean, there are countless stories that show many mature students reaching their long-term goals in Canada. But the whole point of this video is to level with you and also paint the other picture of what it takes to get there. Just remember, each individual's immigration journey is unique, and it's important to approach it with careful planning, flexibility, and expert guidance. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you found this video helpful in shedding light on the potential risks and considerations for future students planning to come to Canada. The goal here is not to scare you off or dampen your spirits, but to provide you with the guidance you need to make informed decisions along your journey. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, I'd really appreciate if you could subscribe, like, and comment below. And if you're a mature student watching this, I'd also love to hear from you in the comments. Feel free to share any worries or hurdles that you're anticipating or currently facing. Let's all support each other and navigate through these challenges together. Anyway guys, thanks a bunch for sticking around till the end of the video. Be safe and be kind, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!